Hi everyone, this is Lady T with your Libra Purpose and Prosperity message for March 2023. These messages are going to go into the first few days of April as well. They're timeless, so whenever you see them, they're meant for you. But Before we get started, I just want to say thank you for everything that you do for the channel. And my only goal with the channel is really to put out messages that help you in some kind of way. So let's go ahead and get started, Libra. So what I did here is I did a prosperity and success deck for you to see what's going on. First message here, center energy. And central issue here is there's been some heartache, some acceptance, realization with these tears when it comes to this romance, love, and beauty situation. So that maybe there's a relationship or um, something about a relationship that has really caused um, either a full loving of yourself in the process of being hurt in some way due to these tears, because there's a realization in the pain that perhaps you needed to come into more loving space with yourself before you could actually get that from someone else. And that's often the time what we learn on the journey of discovery is who we are. And that in order for us to really get the love that we want from someone else, we first have to learn how to give it to ourselves. And these two cards seem to represent that pretty well. Now, the other way I'm getting this too is that this could be a loving situation that you're involved in that is love and beautiful and full of romance, and you have never had this before. So this is tears of realization in the fact that this love is one of a kind. And that's what I'm also getting there, and that you are finally realizing this and surrendering to that, journey with someone else. Very beautiful energy. Either way, this is a opportunity for growth, is what I'm getting here. Now, what you need to know as far as your challenges and obstacles, we have egg. So there's something being born out of this situation. There's some growth here because the egg represents fertility, birth, eternal life. So this is about, some kind of newness happening here. Maybe it's a love situation that's going to be rebirthed, but because there's definitely some growth in this situation, whichever way it goes. Okay, now we also have clouds, hidden truths, secrets, and emotions, and I want to say that ties back to that card with the tears too. And it ties back to the realization as well. So there's definitely been, and because I'm drawn to the clouds here, and the storminess of the clouds, but yet the sun is trying to peek through here. So there are some realizations, some truths, some unknowns, perhaps that have been discovered with the situation that has brought about this realization, and even these emotions coming up from the depths is what I'm getting here too. Next, we have um, trust, honor, and freedom. So, this is perhaps giving you an opportunity to feel free again, to have trust again in the situation or as you move forward, and walk in honor. Because either you walked in honor and someone else didn't because of these secrets and hidden truths here, or you're realizing that maybe you didn't walk in honor and didn't trust and didn't you know, uh, have a sense of freedom in the situation. So there's like lots of different scenarios here happening. But in the end, what I like about this is your last card is the light. So really stepping out of darkness and moving forward in happiness and hope. And using the wisdom from the lessons that you have learned along the way as you move forward, which is really not an obstacle, but it's actually a tool in your toolbox, if you will. Now, the other stack here represents the underlying hidden factors So we have first, we've majesty, dominion, power. So maybe somebody here was trying to control the situation, you or the other person, somebody who was in a position of authority. Um, Maybe too much control was happening on someone's end here. Um, Now we have clairvoyance, omniscience, and truth. So this is perhaps understanding things in a way that you didn't before, having that clarity, having that truth come in for you through some kind of clairvoyance that you've received, the unveiling of information for you. Now we have Pearl. And so this is about you stepping into your authenticity, which is the beauty of a pearl, the sincerity of having gone through the process of becoming a pearl. The pearl is inside the clam, and the clam, basically rubs the grit until it becomes a pearl inside the clam. I think that's how that goes. And I could be totally wrong, so I'll admit that. But you're really stepping into the innocence of your inner child again, and having that freedom of spirit, even while you really step into a life where you appreciate the beauty of everything. And then we also have gold, grandeur, prosperity, wealth. So this is undermining everything. And so this is what's happening behind the scenes, is what I'm getting here too, where you're going to step into this newness, okay, that is full of prosperity, abundance, wealth, etc. And we have mystery, calmness, and hope. So even as you are moving on to calmer waters is what I'm trying to say, but the clouds represent weather as well. But as you move on to calmer waters, this is about learning the lesson and taking the peace and the calmness and staying in the flow, the hope for things to come with you. And that may be a mystery for you. Maybe you've never had this experience or walked in this energy before, and that's why it's going to be a mystery, because maybe you're not knowing where you're headed as well. And this could be also a perception of mystery to other people, how you can do this. And then the last one is the hat. So this is about, again, another card of wealth and in authority, stepping into your power, prestige, getting accolades, that kind of thing. As you step into your authenticity, with this clairvoyance, that could be a new gift that is coming to fruition for you as well. Now we've got what kind of things do you need that can help you, and you had the numbers card. So this is about unity, and when I say unity, I want to say I get a lot of different messages on that, and I want to say the unity within yourself first and foremost, unity with you in spirit, unity with the light and dark in you, the divine masculine, divine feminine within you, the yin and yang, okay. And then I also see unity as your spirit tribe, your team coming together, and then I also see it as oneness with all, right? Significance of numbers here, sequences. So really paying attention to synchronicities, and then taking the time to really look into what they mean. Also spending some time with spirit to get your individual meaning for those representations when they show up for you. So paying attention to that kind of stuff as you move forward is going to help you as well. And then the last thing we have here is this message here, which is a representation of the actions that are needed as you move forward. And so we have amber, and it says courage, self-confidence, renewal. Remember, we had the egg, so that tells me that there is a growth, and there's a birth, there's a rebirth, perhaps even taking place, some sort of transformation about either within you, the situation, etc. But it is going to require courage and self confidence. And I think that's what you're being renewed in as you move forward. Now let's go ahead and take a look at some of the other messages that we have here for you. The first deck is your Passionate Purpose, and that's from the Midnight Oracle. All of these cards can be found either on Etsy or Amazon.Prime, but I will tell you the majority of these decks are on Etsy. Now let's go ahead. First card that came out is Earth Angel. You are a sensitive empath who brings love messages and healing to others. So fields that you could go into: counselor, healer, creative, activist, and environmentalist. Next, we have teacher, and this is in the challenge position. So that tells me that even though this is an opportunity for you, you might find this challenging or you really don't want to do it, kind of thing. But it says you help to enlighten others and encourage learning in all forms: instructor, coach, mentor, social media speaker. Then you also had the Avenger coming out in a challenge position. And this says you stand for justice by punishing wrongdoers and protecting the innocent: military, police, corrections, judge, or prosecutor. Challenge position there as well. Tells me while it's a field open to you to go into with your gifts and so forth, it may be one that you personally don't want to do. Next, we have Celestial. You are a divine being who has come to earth to raise spiritual consciousness: spiritual teacher, healer, counselor, social worker. Next, we have Messenger in the reverse. So this tells me, even though this is perhaps something that is in your path to perhaps do, this is something you are definitely not wanting to do. With it coming in the reverse like this, it's one thing to come in the challenge position. That's a that's a half kind of thing, 50-50 deal, right? But when it comes in the reverse, it's something that you are opposed to or resisting. Now let's see what it says. You have a way with words that inspire and moves people to action: journalist, author, speaker, communications, media. But again, that was in reverse, so you could be resisting that one. You've got witch. Use your innate wisdom to attract, to heal, and to manifest wishes: herbalist, Reiki master, crystal healer, diviner. Next, we have diviner. You interpret signs and omens from spirit and see into the future. That's where that clairvoyance came from. Tarot reader, psychic arts, astrologer, spiritual coach. We have giver. You are generous with your time and money and dedicated to others: charity work, fundraiser, therapist, doctor, assistant. And then we have mystic. You have direct experience of the divine. You have direct experience of the divine that helps you give spiritual guidance: healer, psychic, visionary, artist, spiritual teacher. So you've got a lot in the spiritual realm here, right from the very beginning. Let's see what your life purpose messages are from Doreen Virtue. And the first one out of the gate is healer. You have spiritual gifts of healing and a desire to share it with others. We have speaker. Your life purpose involves your skills of oration or speaking. Time to decide. Make a decision based on your heart's true desire. So whichever road you want to take, make sure it's in alignment with what your heart desires. And that could be in this situation regarding romance, um, or your path spiritually. We have strength, and I think we had courage and self confidence here. We've got strength here. Everything you experienced in your life has made you strong and courageous. So, confirmation there that you are going to use courage moving forward. Career change. You're embarking upon a career that brings you the joy and abundance you desire and deserve. So, again, another confirmation of abundance coming in. Talk to your angels. Instead of worrying, ask for divine guidance. So, if you're worrying right now, you're encouraged to seek out your spiritual team. And I think you're going to need to do that anyway for some guidance. Writing. You heal, inspire, teach, and entertain with the words you write. Light and love. Your purpose is to bring divine healing light and love to this world. So you are to shine your light as you move forward as well. Body work. Your life purpose involves body work such as massage therapy, energy healing, physical therapy, or exercise training. Yoga. Your life is enhanced by yoga, stretching, and exercising. So really, to nurture yourself, especially during this time of transformation, rebirth, renewal. You want to use yoga and things that really, really help you to go within, and to really release any worries, anxiety, etc. Your life is enhanced by yoga, strengthening, stretching, and exercising. We have protected. You are safe and supported while you change your career. So this is about not worrying about this kind of stuff as you change your career, because your spirit team has your back. And we have infinite abundance. So there you go. You are fully supported as you devote yourself to your divine life purpose. So this is about you really, really stepping into your life purpose as you move forward, and that this is going to be a change for you. Now, let's go ahead and look at your career and success messages. The first one we have is unrealistic. Your expectations in the future are unrealistic and need revision. Perhaps your vision is big and may require a plan and need careful thought. You should be setting yourself up you could be setting yourself up for failure if you don't set realistic financial goals. So this is about really taking a look at the plan that you have, and if you don't have one, really employing one that is full of systematic step-by-step kind of thing. Next, we have work hard in silence. So this is about doing your thing, not really sharing that at this time, keeping that on the low is what I get there. We've got change here. We had lots of change over here too. There's a change for the better coming your way. Embrace it. Just because you don't see any movement, it doesn't mean nothing is happening. Sometimes to see change, you must be the change. So again, remember I said that if you want the love that you desire, you always have to learn the lesson first, especially if you didn't have it to begin with, is self-love is the only way to get the same kind of love in return. You have to love yourself in order to find the other person who's going to love you in the way that you would love yourself. And so here's change coming in for you. Embrace the wisdom of the unknown. And remember, we talked about you may not know where you're going. It's going to be a mystery kind of thing. But this is about trusting, your spiritual team at this time. We've got investment. Finances are looking good and growing. This is a great time to invest, set a strong foundation, and you will see the fruits of your labor. So perhaps getting some guidance on some solid investments, really doing your research before you invest in any given area. We've got comfort. Though you're not exactly rich, you will be living comfortably. You're entering the most comfortable period of your life. Your finances are in a state of balance. So that is always good news. Charity. See where you can give more of yourself to helping others and make a difference. Humanitarian work, human rights, justice, or advocacy work could be right for you. Donating can create positive energy around you and attract more abundance. Denial. Perhaps you are insisting that reality be something other than what it is. What are you refusing to see? It's better to live in truth than a lie. If you've been putting a false front to make money, it's time to remove the mask. So this is about, again, we talked about stepping into your authentic self as you move forward. So this is that transformation. This is setting that mask down, finally stepping into who you are so that you can move forward with courage, towards your new future. We've got take action. Yes. Whatever your question, this is telling you to go for it. Do not procrastinate or wait. Take that next step to get ahead. Just do it. Nothing will change if you don't take action. Don't let opportunity pass you by. So you need to take action on something, and I think maybe you have an idea of what that is already. Transporter. This card is a good indicator that things will start moving for you rather quickly. A career in transportation, such as travel, driving, or shipping, could appeal to you. You could travel for work, or perhaps you need to take action on a financial matter. Manifesting. You have all the tools you need to increase your income. Good fortune is coming soon. An opportunity may come to you where you can showcase your talent. So things are lining up for you behind the scenes. And remember, there you had some cards about not necessarily seeing everything. We've got parenthood. Spend more time with your inner child, and we talked about that too, stepping into that innocence and reconnect with that young curiosity. Your patient, nurturing, and warm nature would make a great caregiver or parent. Don't forget to nurture and treat yourself while you work hard towards your goals. Because a lot of times we put a lot of energy into other people, other things, but we really don't nurture ourselves in the process. And you're being asked to pay attention to that. And then there is something better. So whatever you were involved in over here, there is something better for you. And it may not necessarily be romance. It may be you learning the lesson of how to love yourself so that you can draw that to you. But this could also be in the career front, because we've had a lot of cards about careers as well. Now, let's go ahead and get into your manifest success messages. Okay, this was, yeah, okay. So the first one we have here, money coming in, wealth, good investment, career, sales, finance, getting a raise, lucky. So you've again got several cards of wealth and abundance coming in for you. We've got heart, emotional spending, joint finances being supported. So either you're going to be supported, but be careful not to be emotional spending. Counselor, guide, having a job you love is the career. Award, winning money, payoff for effort, recognition. Again, we had that card that I told you could be getting recognized. Career, advancement, professional work, fame. So you could be stepping into the spotlight in this next opportunity. We've got eggs in the reverse, and it says starting over, saving up, resources, nest egg. Career, healthcare, new opportunities, insurance. And again, maybe you don't want to start over. Maybe you're not saving up. Maybe you don't have a nest egg because this came in the reverse, or you don't want to go into any of these fields listed. Maybe you don't want this new opportunity. We've got wings, rising above money issues, business taking off, profit. So you've got good things coming in, because if you are having money issues right now, that's coming to an end. Your career, spiritual work, life purpose, and mission. We have the skull in reverse here. And what this says is a rough patch, borrowing money, low on cash. Career could be hospice, healer, no work, reinvention. But because this is in reverse, that means that is not an issue for you at this time. Or maybe that's what you're in denial about. We've got spiral, out of control, climbing the ladder, upward trend. Out of control, maybe that's that emotional spending we had on the other card, or maybe we need to gather some control here. Career, revisiting a job, promotion, or connections. So you've got like lots of opportunities coming your way, it looks like. We've got frame, steady income, organizing accomplishments. So again, some accolades, some recognition here. We have career, art and design, home-oriented, self-employed. So perhaps being an entrepreneur as you move forward. We've got tree, financial growth, coming to fruition, abundance, another message of money coming in. Career, outdoor jobs, family, business, stability. So really stepping forward into this abundance as you move forward. We've got tower, earning power, building a business, sound decisions. So perhaps deciding to go into an entrepreneurial kind of a business as you move forward. We've got corporate job, power, unstable position. And you've had a card that said moving on to another career. So that could be where this tower is coming from. And then the last one, which is in the challenge position, it says worry-free finances, money in reserve, excess. So maybe this is what you're worried about. And it says executive sales, planning, hidden talent is perhaps a career. So really releasing this worry is really going to be beneficial for you. Your spiritual team is encouraging you to do so. And, just to ease your burden and to really allow these manifestations to come in. Now, let's go ahead and get into your hidden money block messages here. This is a deck by Maruka X off of Etsy. And the first one we have here, challenge position, bad investments. It says not investing in the right things, people, or bad money management. So again, you've had several cards about perhaps spending money in not such a wise way, emotional spending, etc. So it says invest wisely. Invest wisely. Your energy, your time, and money are limited and valuable resources. How you choose to invest it will have profound effects on your life, both personally and professionally. So again, if you are going to make investments moving forward, you want to really, really be sure of what you're doing. Now, we've got blocked throat chakra, and this was in the reverse. So it says this chakra is blocked and affecting your communication and self-expression. Now, either you're in denial about that because it was in reverse, or this is a non-issue for you. It says heal your throat chakra to help with your communication and self-expression by using crystals or finding time to journal to cultivate the capacity to listen to yourself. And so perhaps journaling about your feelings, journaling about why you do emotional spending, or whatever's going on with your finances at this moment may be beneficial for you. We've got comfort zone. Fear and uncertainty prevent you from breaking out of your comfort zone. It says, take a leap of faith, step into the unknown, and do something you've never done before. And you will realize the prize for being brave will be worth the effort. Again, another confirmation about self confidence and courage. We've got unrealistic expectations. Some of your expectations might not be grounded in reality. And you did have that also with not having goals and stuff like that. So, again, let's see what else we have here. Explore expectations. Begin to reconsider your expectations and try keeping your focus on the areas inside your control, like your own actions and choices, for more realistic, achievable outcomes. So, again, I think it's about really sitting down and determining what your goals are and making sure that they're realistic as you move forward. We have victim energies. Victim mindset keeps you blocked energetically and emotionally. Practice forgiveness. Choose to release the victim mentality and become an empowered survivor to learn from the past and move forward to a joyful and abundant future. Whether this is regarding the relationship that we talked about over here, where you learn some things, or this is about you perhaps feeling like a victim when it comes to money and what happens with your money. Next, we have fear of losing control. Okay, yeah. Remember I said over here somebody tried to control things? Yeah, I knew I felt that. Trying to control the outcomes in all aspects of your life. Loosen the grip. Loose the grip on situations and start to let them unfold naturally so you can see better opportunities than the ones you are focusing on. So this is about not settling. This is about stepping into the unknown and being open for these opportunities. Too hard on yourself. Being too hard on yourself creates unnecessary and difficult hurdles. You are a winner. Give yourself credit for how far you've come. You don't need to lower the bar, but you do need to be able to see all of your small wins. So this is about giving yourself some credit, okay? Because you've done a lot of things on this journey already, and you really haven't stopped to appreciate how far you've come and even giving yourself the credit along the way. Now we've got not big enough risks, taking small risks, but not big enough to make a big impact on your success. Take bigger risks. So this is about a more um, larger leap of faith than what you intended. Small risks require almost as much effort as big ones, but they're not quite as rewarding. Take a bigger risk and see what rewards might come out of that courageous decision. Past failures. Dwelling on past failures beyond the essential. Learning is a waste of time. So, this is about not dwelling on the past failures and understanding that they were a lesson. They taught you something. If you learned from the lesson and you got it, move on. Don't keep beating yourself up. It says, use your failures to succeed and make a decision to let it go and stay focused on the present and the future. Learn from the past and you'll do better the next time around. I mean, that's all you can do. You know, when you make a mistake, you either learn from it or you repeat it, and then once you've learned the lesson, you've got to learn to forgive yourself. Scarcity mindset. A scarcity mindset makes it difficult to move forward and achieve goals. Focus on abundance. Practice feeling grateful. This puts you in a more positive state of mind that will allow you to see more opportunities that are around you. So this is about you really working on how you think about things and why you're in this scarcity mindset. Fear of success. Concern with achieving success will come at a cost or something else valued. So it's almost like if you get success, you lose something. It's that win-lose mentality, right? And I was, excuse me, I was in a webinar with Dr. Amanda from NFA Money the other night, and I really loved her acronym for fear. Let me find that. Give me just a minute, because I actually read this from one of the other signs that I did the other day. And fear in her definition is future expectation of awful results. So what you're really doing is you are projecting your fear on your future. So how can you have different results if you are expecting the worst. Okay. So it says, be patient with yourself as you unravel the fear and work through the uncomfortable phase of pushing yourself towards your goals and reconstruct it with more positive expectation. So this is about you pushing past the fear, being courageous, being having that self-confidence to take that action, right? We've got small dreams, not dreaming big enough that can create high impact meaningful life. Dream bigger. There's nothing to be ashamed or to have small dreams, but it is what is this what you truly want? To reach higher heights, shift your mindset, and dream a bit bigger. You are capable of so much more. And what I really suggest is that you do a vision board, because when you do the vision board, you're visualizing things, and that helps you to manifest these things also, especially when you step into the energy like you have already received it. Um, excuse me, I'm still trying to get over this cold. It says ignoring little details, ignoring little details that can make a major difference. Appreciate the details. Use the small stuff to your advantage while everyone else ignores it, because the small stuff, the hidden and the extra steps, is what will separate you from the rest and get you ahead in the future. So this is about you paying closer detail to the small things, because most people overlook that. In all honesty, it's really important. Now, the next few cards are all in reverse, so we're going to go through them. It says relying on luck. So in the reverse, you're not relying on luck. Maybe you don't feel like you are lucky, and so that's why you're not relying on it. Upright, it says counting on your luck for success instead of making your own luck. So you're not doing this, which is good. It says trusting in your luck to bring you success means that you're not coordinating your efforts in such a way that you can achieve them. Remember, luck favors those who are prepared. So you are not falling into this trap of relying on luck, which is good. Now we have all is flowing. Now this is in reverse too, and that's where we need to do some work. You are truly open for success, and the universe is supporting you. You are manifesting. You have the ability to manifest what you desire now. You are finding your flow, and success will follow. You are ready to receive. Now, what this is telling me is, number one, you're not in the flow. And the things that you are manifesting could be from a lower vibration, which means you are projecting onto your future the very things you don't want. So you really want to pay attention, and you really want to do those things to get back into the flow and raise your vibration so that you're manifesting in a place that's going to be in alignment with the good things that you want, not the negative. Okay, now we have lack of specificity. Specificity, yeah, okay, that's how that's it. Now here, because this is in reverse, this is good because you're not lacking in this area. It says have set very vague goals that are hard to visualize and hard to attain. Gain absolute clarity. Give your mind time to process everything that crosses your field of vision so that you can set a clear intention for your manifestation to work. Become a conscious creator of your life. And because this is in the reverse, again, I believe that this is a non-issue for you. Either that or you're in denial about the cards that I've read that are in reverse. And it says don't value time. And this again is in the reverse, which tells me that you do value your time, which is good. Not using your time wisely, spending time on things that don't count. Evaluate your time. Stay in charge of your time and evaluate the hours in your days and see if there's a lot of wasted time that you can manage better. Prioritize your goals and decide on which one is important. And this is really about, you did have a lot of messages about setting goals. So you do want to manage your time, and you want to manage those goals and start, making a list and checking them off to keep yourself on track and managing your time. Now, these are money blocks also. The first one is not worthy, and that was in reverse. So that tells me that either you're in denial about not being worthy, or this is a non-issue. Do something nice for yourself. You deserve it. I deserve to be wealthy is your affirmation. So these cards will always have an affirmation at the bottom. And so you can write down these affirmations and start to use them to start manifesting in a positive vibration. So the first one, we're through that. We've got a bad job here. And again, you did have that career change card over there for your life purpose. Don't stay at a soul sucking job. Do work that you love. I love my high paying job. And when you love something, you're going to put the effort into it, and it is going to be effortless from that standpoint because you're going to be doing something you enjoy. You won't mind putting the effort in, is what I'm getting there. Now we have bad to have. So this is bad to have money. Greed isn't what it's about. Be happy with money. I embrace having money. And so perhaps really working on that, why it's so bad to have money kind of thing. Sell your soul because you want money. Rip up contracts you made in your mind about money. I am free to be wealthy because there's enough wealth for everyone to have this kind of abundance. But a lot of people don't believe that because we have such money issues about and limiting beliefs and negative thinking about money. Jealous people. Choose friends who will celebrate your prosperity. I attract supportive people because maybe the people that you have around you in your environment, they're all jealous. So that's not a good mix for you anyway. Can't save. So maybe you have the mindset that you cannot save money. It says let go of the need to spend. Put change in a jar each day. I save money and it grows. Okay. Now, challenge position, feel unfilled. It says, what are you here to do? Create your life purpose. I am happy with my life. And so maybe this is your challenge. Maybe you don't know what you want to do, but at least from this reading, maybe you'll get some ideas. Only the rich. Okay. Money isn't just for some people, it's for you too. I accept money freely. So this is about thinking that money is only for the rich. Well, why can't you be one of them? Right? Okay, going to hell if you want money, you desire this, right? Rich people go to heaven too. Release your guilt. I live my dreams on earth. So this is about there's a lot of folks that think, hey, I'm only supposed to be rich when I go to heaven. Well, I don't want to wait for heaven. I want to be rich now. You know what I'm saying? Okay, it's a hassle. Okay, get a bookkeeper or a firm. Doing books attracts money. Doing my finances is easy. So this is about maybe you don't like dealing with having to pay bills and that whole thing with money. And so you have that kind of relationship with money because of that. And so this is about turning around that kind of relationship there. Depriving others. So if you have money, then you're depriving others. There's an unlimited supply of money for everyone. Money benefits us all. Okay. So just because you want money doesn't mean you're depriving other people. There's unlimited money for everybody as long as they know how to bring it in. And then it says it's out of reach. Don't chase money, call it to you, expect it to come. I am a money magnet. So this is about you attracting money to you. You're not chasing it anymore. Okay. Now we're going to go ahead and get into the dollar bill messages for you. And you had some come in the challenge position. In fact, the first one, it says staying in your comfort zone clogs the flow of energy. Try something new to break the stagnancy and to welcome a fresh perspective into your life. And you did have the comfort zone card come out. So that tells me that this is a challenge for you to take this leap of faith and step out of your comfort zone, but you are definitely being encouraged to do so. Next, we have practice. Living plants are great for growing wealth. Set an intention with your plants each time you water them. Money gem. Time is the most important currency. Where you spend your time can determine the flow of your money. And you did have that card about time management. Even though it was in the reverse, like I said, it could be something you're in denial about as well. Affirmation, I spend my money wisely. Again, no more emotional spending. Money gem, there's a difference between saving money and hoarding it. One increases the flow with the intention of using it for a specific purpose. The other suffocates and restricts the flow out of fear of scarcity. And you had that card. So really reframing your thinking about it. Affirmation, money only enhances my true vibration. It doesn't decide it. Okay? Nice, like that. Money gem. Find ways to experience joy during the process of creating money. This will allow it to come faster, easier, and consistently. Money gem. Chasing a dollar amount is pointless because numbers are infinite. You will attract more success by setting a goal that can be attained and will energetically nourish you. So again, when you create that vision bowl and that vision board and you line up your goals, even by putting a picture next to them and really stepping into following through with it, feeling what it's going to be like, what it's going to be like to achieve that goal. You're going to put the energy towards that, and that's really going to help with drawing those manifestations in for you. I am happy with or without money. So this is about money not being the deciding factor of your vibration. Um, excuse me. Release your belief that money is bad or the root of all evil. Judging money and those that have it blocks you from the same wealth you desire. Money is a tool. You are the decider of what is created with that tool. We had jealous people come out for you. And so I wonder, because of this card, if you're not jealous of other people that have money. I don't know. I just got that thought. So just putting it out there. Practice. Remove the word broke from your vocabulary. You are abundant with resources and opportunities to assist in wealth building. So, again, changing your vocabulary that you speak about money, changing your thoughts about money. Practice. Confront your finances head on. Look at your bills to see how much you are spending and what needs to be made to live the life of your dreams. So, really coming up with some figures and taking the steps, the small, organized, goal-oriented steps to get there. Love and happiness can coexist with wealth. So you can be happy with money. You don't have to, give. It's not a win or lose kind of thing. You have money, so therefore you can't have love. That's not how it goes. Practice. Write down your why for the money you are manifesting. Each deposit should have a purpose. What is the purpose of your latest transaction? Money Gem, your vibrational connection to abundance shifts based on the company you keep. Surround yourself with those who believe in the healing and flow of financial freedom. So again, this goes back to those jealous people, right? Change the people you're hanging out with. Practice. Experience the joy of giving. Pay it forward to someone today. The smallest act of love goes a long way. And remember, we talked about giving to charities at some point too during your reading. And then the last one, Money Gem. What if money did grow on trees? Remember that all trees have seasons and your money works the same. Which season are you currently in as it relates to your finances? Are you investing and planting seeds, or is it time to collect the harvest? Know your season and nurture the energy accordingly. And again, you did have cards about investments. Okay, so again, you've got all kinds of messages here that are sort of like not necessarily repeating, but are like totally in alignment with one another. Now, as we close out your reading, Libra, we're going to go ahead and get some money clarity, money that clarity messages. And these are going to perhaps be some cards that give you some questions to think about and perhaps journal about, as well as just some other ideas in general. I'd like to shuffle a few more times here. Okay. Oh, wait, I didn't cut. Hold on. All right, Spirit, go ahead and give me some messages for Libra, please. Let them completely fall out, please. Okay. What else for Libra, please? Okay. All right. Anything else, Spirit? Yep. These cards go flying sometimes. Okay. Okay. All right, we got a nice little bunch here, so let's go ahead and put these in some semblance of order. Didn't pay attention to how they came out, so we're just going to read them. Excuse me. Okay, so the first one we have here is values and really taking a look at what's important to you. Okay, forget anybody else. What are your values and where do you need to really take a look at them? Next, we have openness. What do you receive with openness and gratitude? What do you resist receiving? What do you receive begrudgingly or with conditions? What can you learn from each of the habits around receiving? We have fears. We talked about that. We have security. So you are very, very, like anyone, okay, you are very, very concerned with stability and security, and you have a lot of fears associated with maintaining that. And that's where that comfort zone comes in, right? Wealth. How do you define wealth? How are your actions moving you toward wealth as you define it, and how are they moving you away from it? And so that's a question to perhaps do some writing about. Doubt. Where's your faith lacking? How is this keeping you stuck? What will help you build up the faith you need in order to take an edgy but necessary step? So, doubt is holding you back. Fear, doubt, same thing. Shrinking. Where do you feel sheepish or shy when it comes to money? How is this keeping you stuck? Striving. At what point will you feel you have enough? Where does this come from? In what ways is this a moving target? Exceptions. When it comes to money, what do you believe is true for other people, but not for you? Why? What do you want to do with this information? Remember, I believe that you feel everybody else can be rich, but you can't. And that's, I think that's one of the things that's going to come out. Clenching. Where is there tightness around money? What could shift to make things flow instead of constrict? Giving. Where do you pour where do you pour from an empty cup? Where do you hold back from giving? And where do you give freely and in peace? What can you learn from each of these habits around giving? Child. In what ways do you feel like a child when it comes to money? How is this impacting your well being? Maybe you feel like you don't know enough and you sort of feel like burying your head in the sand when it comes to dealing with money because you did have that card that you don't like to, do bills or do things that have to do with money going out, paying bills, that kind of stuff. We've got shoulds. How are your beliefs around you are supposed to be doing at this point in your life, influencing your decisions? What do you want to do with this information? Family. How is family tying into this? Is this family limiting beliefs? Is this family programming kind of thing, or is family part of the consideration when it comes to money? Do you like support your family kind of thing? We've got friends and peers. We had the jealous people kind of thing. So again, taking a look at your crowd there, your team. Body. When you think about money, what sensations do you notice in your body? Tightness, tingling, relaxation. Where do you feel this? What are these sensations here to tell you? So listening to your body and in the signals it's giving you. We have giving here, and we've talked a lot about giving. You have that card up there as well. Pathway. Do you have a vision of where you want to be and what you want to have in 5 years? If so, what can you do in the next month to move closer to this vision? If not, how can you create this vision this week? So perhaps using this as a first step to visualize what you want and then lining up the steps on how to get there. Now we've got legacy. What do you want your legacy to be? What do these dreams about your legacy instruct you to do today? We've got elders. Consider your relationship with the elders of your life. How do these relationships keep you stuck in old patterns? Remember, we talked about family. Perhaps there's some programming from the family that's causing this. What do they teach you about the ways you've grown in recent years? Work life. So again, really, really looking at your work life, perhaps finding a job that's really going to make you happy. We've got confidence. We have courage here and self-confidence, and then we have confidence, and you've had several cards of that. What is the relationship between your confidence and your money? What elements of this relationship do you want to keep, and which ones do you want to change? Values. Second card for values. Trust. We had another card of trust as well. When it comes to receiving what you need and want, what do you trust will happen? Where's your faith lacking? What would help you to build trust where it is most needed? stories. What story were you told about money when you were little? Remember, we talked about there maybe being some family influence here. How is this making an impact today? What do you want to keep and what do you want to let go from this history? From this story, rather, not history, I'm sorry. Forward. Think of a past situation around money that was difficult. Which of your inequalities stepped forward to help you move through it? What is this here to teach you about your strengths? So if you've had other situations where you pulled yourself through, think back on that. How did you pull yourself through? Because that could be a pivotal key for you at this time. Self-worth, we've talked about that a number of times. Image, perhaps you're wearing that mask. We talked about that as well as you step into your authenticity, taking it off, not living up to the image that maybe your family set or someone or other people set for you. Entitlement, do you believe you deserve to be rich? Why or why not? Either way, how does your gut response to that question illuminate your relationship to money? Values for the third time here. What is the relationship between what you care most about and what you are spending the most money on? What can you learn from this observation and what do you want to do about it? And then the last one is another card of responsibilities. How are your beliefs around your obligations to others impacting your choices around money? Taking a hard look, which of these beliefs stems from a fact, and which is something you tell yourself that keeps you stuck. So I really do hope, Libra, that this helps you. Much love and light, Lady T.